The NBA have to make a prenup, right? Right? So that when the girl come, which they always around, they know who your girlfriend is and all that, you got to come in that office and sign that contract too.
Jimmy Butler's baby mama claims that $55,000 in child support isn't enough.
I mean, call me to you. Yeah. You said take my number. Oh my lord.
Cap.
That's twice.
That's cap.
Oh.
You gotta secure that thing, yeah.
I'm still mad at you. I'm gonna tell you
why. What I do?
I'm gonna tell you why. You paid the refs too.
Where?
When
we played y'all.
Lincoln High School.
See, he know. That's why he laughing.
Yo, I kind of forgot about that game right there. That's the game winner.
Welcome to the greatest podcast where we hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, and guess what? I got a new one.
What's the new one?
We don't think no evil.
And guess what? This is a new show. We got the Fortnite guy over here. We got a special guest, Sebastian Telfair.
Yo.
And we got DJ Bulls. I know I went all off script today, but this is Above the Rim, the greatest podcast ever.
And we got some crazy things for y'all today. Oh my God, Sebastian. I ain't seen Sebastian hoop. Well, I have seen him, but man, it's been a long time since we've been reunited, since our high school days. We done been all over the world hooping, going crazy. And I did get something. I know he didn't go to China to play like Steph.
Yeah, I did.
Not like, not long time.
Yeah, in and out.
And he didn't go to Taiwan, but I bought him a present back from Taiwan. It's fire. Where it go, boy? Did you put it back here?
Oh, Mask Man want to see you too?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, yes! Yeah, I got a nigga under the mask.
Yes, waited on it.
Yeah,
I take that one.
Yes,
I take that
still
one.
in shape.
You still in shape?
Yeah, I'll be working
wanna
out a
hoop?
little bit. Nah, I don't want to hoop though.
You can come out overseas. I got a new league.
I know. Let me
Shit,
know.
all we need is 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
10 minutes.
All right, send a contract. We work something out.
Okay.
We work something out.
You ain't got to play long. 10 minutes. You
I
just
got you. 10. I got 10 and 10.
10 and 10
minutes. Taiwan.
Everybody want to see you. So, we playing Taiwan, we playing Macau, Hong Kong, Thailand this year.
You playing, you gonna get you a statue too.
And when y'all starting? You that serious? Come on. I like that schedule right there. It's a couple
already
spots right there I haven't
started,
been.
But we're doing Big 3 International
We gonna
too.
do that.
Yeah, okay, I seen that. I need to get down there. I need to get down.
We trying to get it going, man. So I
got a couple of hezzies in me.
I watched you play forever, man. It's so good to have you on the show, man. For real, because you are really like the first. You the first superstar, man. Like for real, like you got Bron, but you like
No lie.
No
lie.
Nah, for real. Like, and we want to give you your flowers, man.
Appreciate
you deserve
that.
It. Coming from a small school in Atlanta, and us meeting how we did.
Facts.
And just us watching just greatness, from each other. It was just crazy, man. I remember I didn't know about any of AAU basketball, none of that, but Sebastian Telfair, and then having a chance to watch you play, watch your whole story is amazing, man. How was it like, growing up in New York and wanting to actually hoop and, be who you are today? How was that?
Facts. New York is the Mecca. So, we got our own world of basketball and everything. So, every block in Coney Island where I'm from got a basketball court. So soon they start building the building and they put the parking lot, they make a basketball
yeah.
hoop. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm a youngin', I'm coming out the building, I'm seeing everybody hoop. Then Steph being my cousin, it was like, that shit was like installed in me from birth. Being a young prodigy was super dope though, because as you know, and nowadays we're having all the social media, everybody wants some attention, everybody want to be recognized for what they do. And getting that at a young age, that kind of like helped me do good in school, helped me like just be a good person all around. So basketball is just some great shit for me, to tell you the truth.
But just your passion from the game, just your love of the game, and just I'm still mad at you. I'm gonna tell you
Wow.
why.
What I
I'm
do?
gonna tell you why. You paid the refs too
Where?
when we played. Y'all.
When we played y'all.
Lincoln High School.
See, he know. That's why he laughing.
Yo, I kind of forgot about that game right
I
there.
ain't
That's
forget.
the game winner. That's the game winner.
Yeah, he had a game winner,
But
but it was 5 seconds left, and the ref was cheering with y'all.
Because he wanted y'all to win.
He knew. He knew. He knew.
Tell
That
him.
game was big time right
That
there.
was crazy.
That was big time.
That was a
because,
crazy game.
You know, in New York, we got a bunch of point guards. Bunch
Yeah.
of, we got shooters. We got, on ones and twos. We ain't got a lot of big men. So when you came to play against us in high school, we was like, oh shit, he's one of you, but big. I was looking at them like, what y'all mean one of me? He's like, wherever you going, that's where he going. I was like, damn. You was dunking on us and shit. I was like, oh, this is crazy. My son would have been a Hall of Famer from that point.
That was like a real moment, man.
That was.
High
That
school
was.
seemed like it was different type of basketball then.
Absolutely.
Like it felt like we just had, I don't know, it just felt like we had a mission, like we had a purpose.
Yeah.
That was our purpose, and we wanted to inspire a whole generation of kids.
Absolutely. And the game was still building at that time.
Yeah.
To be where it's at today, I think our era definitely played along with the Michael Jordan era, then the Steph and AI era.
Mm-hmm.
We right after that as far as making the lead where it's at right now. As far as coming in with our attention with books, movies, sneaker deals, being followed from kids, being at ABCD camp and all that stuff.
I just want to ask you about that.
Y'all had one of the best AAU teams in history. 'Cause I hear a lot of people talk about the AAU teams. I'm like, when you, Josh,
Randolph.
who had Shelby, what's the guard y'all had? Y'all had
Javaris.
Y'all had Javaris. I was like, man, I remember the first time playing against y'all with Juice All Stars. You remember that?
I remember playing
in
you
Houston?
every time in Houston.
We was kids.
That was when we first played against LeBron. That's when we
Facts.
first saw LeBron play.
Facts.
Nobody knew who LeBron. Well, I mean, everybody knew who he was, but I guess we didn't know who he was. And then that was the first game in warm-ups. He was just, I'm like, dang.
Facts. I was like, who's son with the fro?
Right.
Man, Braun been Braun since day one.
Since day one. The same.
Day
the
one.
same. Duncan,
I
the
promise
same.
you. And I feel like with Braun, like to add him into the conversation right now, like it got easier. Like people
For
be
him?
saying like how he's still doing it. I'm like, I promise you, it's easier right now.
It's too easy.
The game is mental.
The
game is mental. Believe me, the game is mental. And if your physical is right, and if you just God given, bless how we all. First thing y'all said is like you still in shape because we just God given. You know what I'm saying? With our bodies
we
and our
never
physicals.
stop. We never stop.
Man, that shit easy for Braun right
Yeah.
now. The pots is pissed in, everything good. You seen, you know what I'm saying? You seen the height, everybody straight. That shit easy.
So you
Facts.
so you said
Who
the
was
game
that?
mental. You said the game mental. Talk
Oh,
about like,
mass man.
with the,
That's my man. Yeah, we got Ye with us.
talk about New York City culture like Dykeman, Rucker, and all of that. When you brought LeBron out there.
Whoa, wow! We had Braun come to ISA. ISA is one of our biggest like street tournaments that's indoor, and it's kind of like sanctioned. Man, I remember that. I think that played a huge part of me getting that Adidas deal like that.
Oh
For
shit.
real?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Because when Braun and them landed, I guess that's how we had it set up. And then before the game, I had Braun and all Adidas shit and all that they had given me. And I remember Jim Gatto coming over to me like, man, I want to thank you so much, man. This means so much to us, man. You know, give me some
Yo, you
extra
had-
money.
oh my
I was like,
God.
oh yeah, it was lit. But I remember
You
that
had
right
Adidas
there.
on lock.
No,
you had
it was a lot
Adidas
of
on
us.
lock.
Adidas had a lot of
Yeah,
us.
he had a lot of, but it was like you was like the.
I was
the
in the
first.
Nikes when I hit that game win on y'all. And what was it? Teaneck, New Jersey.
We was, but then after that you was with Sonny everywhere.
Yep.
You was with Sonny, so you was with Adidas. Then that's when me and Josh went with Adidas. It was like they went and got everybody from the 2004 class.
That's the fact. Shout out my guy
Yeah.
Josh. I remember we going for the draft workouts.
Man,
We in Phoenix and shit. We really got our Adidas deal. We know we're gonna get drafted, so we get to Phoenix, we work out, and then we got the rest of the day free. So we like, man, you know, it's the first thing we doing. We going to the mall. So we like, man, hurry up. We rush to the mall. We both get to Apple Store. It's the first store we going to. We grabbing all type of shit. It's like this is our first time having money. We just got our what's that, Pro Tips card, whatever it was. We went to the mall. We got laptops, speakers, all type of shit. Went up there, declined. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, nah, like, don't worry about it. I got you. We got the same card, got the same financial advisor and all type of shit. I went up there, swiped the card. It was like, decline. I was like, holy shit. We both looked at each other. They're like, y'all going to the NBA? I was like, yeah, but these cards don't work yet. we talking about that shit forever. That's a fact. Everything back. We really had to walk out. We really couldn't buy it.
They put some in their pockets and shit.
We had to figure it out. We was like, yo, what to do with these cards? They was like, oh, it's a limit. You got to call if you're going to spend. I'm like, oh, my Lord.
How did you feel at the time when you was, New York City all-time scorer? You got all these accomplishments. You got a documentary, all of that. How did you feel at the time? Did you know what was happening?
No, not really. I was having fun, to tell you the truth, being a kid and actually watching this clip right here that you got up there. I was on that time and I was joyful, having a good time
all the time
and getting the fruit from the game. So I was enjoying myself. But you can't lose that right there. You see that right there? You can't lose that. And that's something that my guy Dwight continue to have and Braun continue to have. They big ass kids.
Man, we had so much fun, dog.
That's a fact. But I don't understand what we doing right there. Nah.
Well, we was getting ready for the game.
Yeah, but I understand we inspiring 1,000 people, millions of people. Million people bring this up right here. Look at Josh.
This documentary did a lot for inner city kids, but it did a lot for people believing in themselves and, wanting to be superstars because of you. I remember being about 7 or 8 when it came out and just literally...
Damn, you made me feel that old, bro.
Knowing it word for word from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? This kid's been making this noise for years, but they talk about him like he's a superstar already. And I know he's a superstar. Now listen, this is it was just big, bro. You inspired a lot of people, and thank you, for being a
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm happy I'm able to take that in. But I didn't understand even accepting something like that. I didn't really understand what Through the Fire had done for the culture until I was done playing.
For real?
Dead serious. Because I wasn't in this mode. Once I got to the league, I wasn't in this mode right here, mentally.
So what was the adjustment? What got you when you got to the league? Did you go into I'm locking in, nothing else matters mode, or what was it when you?
That's
first
one
got
of my
to the
biggest
league?
regrets right there. Now you gotta lock in. Because me and you were speaking a little bit, and I was talking about one of the most important things that we gotta deliver to the young players as a rookie, your mindset.
Yeah.
Your mindset is so important. And it's so important where if you're not faking it a little bit, you ain't doing something right. You not doing something right. You got to be on time early. I'm talking about how you dress. If I got into the NBA today, I would trick them. I could average 10 points. I'd trick them, give me $100 million. So easy. I'll just be a good dude. I have suits on. I'll be with the right people. It's that lock-in is so important because how you get paid your first contract is how they gonna handle you the rest of the time in the NBA. Yeah. And a lot of people don't understand that.
Right? We didn't. I don't think we had the proper guidance at first coming in, because it was kind of like we was given the keys to so much at a young age. So coming in, we want to lock in and focus, but it's we also want to have a good ass time and enjoy.
That's a fact. But you're gonna have a good time regardless. I just feel locking in for the first contract.
You got to.
That's the most important thing. And it's an unspoken thing though, because you get into a locker room, no one's gonna talk about a contract.
No.
None of the older players is gonna pull you to the side yo, listen, you just got here. You gotta lock in these first 3 years so you get you a contract and then you can go on with. No one's gonna say that. It's an unspoken thing. Inside the NBA, we really don't talk about money, but we would treat you based on how you getting paid, but we won't speak about it.
How does that work?
Make any sense?
How does that work?
It's weird. Even the refs, and everybody treats you how you getting paid, but no one speaks about it. It's I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna treat you like shit because you ain't making no money. But
he's saying it's basically saying it's levels.
Right.
It's definitely levels.
It's levels. So the man that's making the most on the team would probably get treated a certain type of way with the team, the media. Yeah, you see it.
Ben Simmons making the most on the Nets.
My guy Ben.
Man.
But he got his money already, so he was locked in. He took care of most
I'm
important things.
kind of hurt about Ben,
What you
man.
think? What you think? What's up with Ben?
I'm hurt, man. I really want him to. I really want him to get out of whatever he's been going through, man, because it's been too long now.
And he's so good of a player. It's so easy for him. I'm like, bro, you could get 15 just by running the lane.
14 all-time triple-double.
He probably just don't care anymore.
Hold on, you lying.
He 14
Probably just don't
all-time.
care.
14
You think
triple
it's a lack
doubles.
of care?
That's hard to do.
You think it's a lack of care? I don't want to. I don't want
I
to.
don't want to say that, but at this point,
I hope it's that though.
Yeah, I mean,
But I
what
hope
else would it
because
be,
if it's
though?
not that, it's something like mental that we not gonna be able to see.
Yeah,
I hope it's just he
can
just
it be
don't care.
or if it's just fear. I think fear hold a lot of players and people
some people
back.
be fair to be great. Some
I think
people
it's
be
fear.
fair to be great.
I
Some
think
people
it's
scared
fear
to be
because
great.
you know when we were in high school that was one level, but when you get to the league now, the level of expectation
Whoa,
is through the roof.
whoa.
So you got to think for somebody like Ben Simmons, he was expected to be who coming into the league. There you go.
But he did.
Yeah,
I mean, but he did it his first couple of years.
Yeah, first 3 years.
He was actually living up to
Right, but
the
then
expectation.
now everybody's always telling us you're as good as your last game.
right.
Which that's not you can't do that. You can't do that to people because now that game is over with. So leave it in that game. But now players get in their head, oh man, I gotta make up for the last game. And then even if they had a good
Definitely
game,
don't
now they
work
gotta
like
be
that.
better the
It
next
don't-
game.
It
So
don't
now
work like that.
you know, you just messing up your head. So I think for him it's just fear. That's what kept me from a lot of things, you know, shooting like I should have and making more of my free throws and stuff like that. Because in high school, I wasn't missing free throws. I wasn't missing a lot of these different shots. But then get to the league, now the pressure's on. Now I'm like, man, I got to make these free throws. I can't miss.
Jeez. Ooh, let me add on to that. Like, I feel like, I don't know, they let me get away with that.
Which
My
part?
career would have been better if I would have got the Ben Simmons treatment. I ain't never really say that. I was like, you talk to yourself, but I never really said that. I'm like, they let me just go through the league and be, let me just diss on myself a little bit, but let me be a bum ass player and not nobody saying like, yo, why you not doing X, Y, and Z? Like how they doing Ben Simmons. And I kind of wish that they
somebody
would have caught my ass my third year and be like, Bassie's not as good as what we thought. And be in your face saying it very clear the way we doing Ben Simmons. I would have focused up like who ain't that good?
What team you was on that year?
He had to be
That's
with-
important too because it's like he said, it's levels to it. But I played for Portland Trailblazers.
You was in Portland, but see, that's what I'm saying. When you was with Portland, they was giving you everything. Just like when I was in Orlando, we was getting everything.
Yes
So
and
now-
no. Yes and no, because I started on the bench, and then based on how I played from when I started the second half of my rookie season, if they would have gave me the ball right there, it'd have been a whole different gig.
When you was on the Celtics, you wasn't about to be starting?
I was starting on the Celtics, and we came out to New York City, whatever little BS happened at Justin's, and then next thing you know, I wasn't starting.
Yeah.
Then you averaged it was like 3 games in a row, sound like 21-6. I remember
When
that.
I was hooping in Boston, I had my games. That's why I stuck around a little bit. I had my games, and in practice you got to hoop. So once your peers know like this is a pro, that's good enough to keep you around. You know what I'm saying? Because if your peers are saying that you're not shit,
You gonna be done
gonna be
early.
going quick. I be
Yeah.
telling dudes, I say, yo, practice will get you out the NBA quicker than anything. Because once your teammates are saying like, oh, this dude is not a pro, you can't really hide from that.
So that year you was on Boston, you had got traded?
We played the year in Boston. Paul Pierce played 22 games. They was trying to draft Greg Oden, and they was screaming, fire Doc. I'm in the middle of that.
Oh, shoot.
So there's a
But
lot
when I
going
started,
on.
I remember the first 14, 15 games. I remember Paul Pierce in the locker room. He like, man, Bassie looking mighty solid. And he looking 15-7. Then whatever, some bullshit happened, and then they stopped starting me. That's how Rondo started starting right there. That's the real
You was
truth.
there with Rondo.
Delonte West, Tony Allen, Al Jefferson, Perkins.
Hold on, what year was this? Did we play out in
6,
the?
7, yeah.
07?
We ain't play y'all in
We had to
in the
play out in
playoffs.
the playoffs.
No, this is
No, not 07.
05, 06 then?
No, okay, we
No,
didn't
I
play.
was 2 years in
Boston.
Portland, and then I went to Boston my third year. It was 07.
What do you think your career would have been like if you would have played in New York, being from New York?
Man, I begged to come to New York.
Damn.
For real?
I begged them, like, you please. I don't know.
You think you would have?
I needed that
career?
pressure. I needed that
You wanted
pressure. Like I
pressure.
was just talking about, I needed that pressure. It wasn't no pressure, and I don't know why. And I was like, damn, I wish they would have Ben Simmons me.
But I think it's two ways to look at it. Like, they looking at us like we should have had people around us who should have been doing that.
Facts.
And I don't think that they're looking at Ben Simmons as having those type of people around him. You know what I'm saying?
Ben Simmons is a little different though, cause he got his bread. He's heavily paid already.
So what you think the issue could be?
It gotta be mental.
He
If
said
not,
it. He
you,
said
or
it was
you
mental.
said scared, cause some people, excuse me, scared of success. Tell you the truth. Or he just
So
chilling.
so is he only?
That's tough,
I seen a quote today about however you're training or however you train up to, you only get to that level. So he's only trained up to that certain level, and he's never gotten past that. What do you think about that?
He just got to be in shape. Look at his game, though. Look how the NBA is played right now. So much space, so many shooters, so many pick and rolls. He would be rebounding and running the floor right now if he give it
For who?
a good team.
Anybody.
We got to go away from Ben Simmons because I don't even.
So what Boog says, the Garden the best arena to play in?
No, Garden definitely the best
It's
arena to
top.
play in.
It's top.
It's a
three.
lot of pressure.
As
It's
far as
top two.
feeling,
Top two.
It's a lot of pressure.
I mean,
Top two.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. It's top
the
two.
Lakers, the
Back in the day,
when
in
Cole,
LA.
when Cole was there, when the sheets was coming down and all that.
Back
That was
in
a
the
lot
day.
right there.
Okay, so yeah, so
That
top
was
two.
a lot.
Cause back in the day, man, I'm telling you, going playing in LA was crazy. Playing in the Garden was crazy. Them the two craziest places.
So when you was playing against the Garden, you had your best games?
When I played here, I had some
'Cause he
amazing
had family.
games.
I mean, come on, he from Brooklyn, so he got to show out, right? It's more.
Definitely got to
Nah,
show
some
up.
Definitely
players when
gotta
they
show
go home,
out.
they had their worst game though, because they overthinking. That's
I don't
true.
think it be happening when you overthink when you play home. It's just you got so much going on.
You
You
gotta
don't
have
have time
support.
to rest.
You
Got a lot of
definitely,
support.
you definitely gotta like not have too much going on. Like
Because
them
it be
tickets and all that,
everybody
you
with
gotta take care
tickets.
of
You
that
gotta
early.
have somebody take care of the tickets. If not, you're gonna be there all day trying to make sure everybody get in the game. Everybody gonna want to go to the
Facts.
hotel.
Facts.
Then
Like year
it-
3, you got that figured out.
Yeah.
I stopped doing all that.
So you never got a chance to play home. When you played on the Hawks,
I
How was
didn't. I didn't like it. I thought the city was gonna come out like
I'm thinking everybody gonna come out because I'm playing for the whole team. Ain't nobody was at the game, man. I said this is bull, man.
what was the record?
Yeah. No,
I
it's
just,
levels to it,
I'm
man.
just thinking
It's
everybody,
levels.
because you know when you think you play at home, I'm thinking everybody that you grew up with and everybody gonna come to the game, but they really want to see you lose.
Wow.
You know how it is. That's every city, man. Every city. They
Nah, I
all-
don't think.
they
I mean, I
root
don't think
for
that's
you,
every city. Some cities do have a bad following when it comes to their sports team.
Yeah,
Man, the Knicks lost $1 billion not having me on the Knicks.
Damn, that's a fact.
for real.
I get a half a Lincidity run at the Knicks.
That's
Whatever they made, whatever they made with Jeremy, we'd have done with that.
He right.
A half. And I was
$1
begging
billion.
too. I was like, y'all don't come get me. They was like, we just had your cousin, bro.
Yeah, that was yeah.
And I'm not lying. That was their response.
For
Then
real?
we just had your cousin. Cause I was over there like, bro, y'all got Chris Duhon over there. Y'all don't give me some burn.
Man, don't do that to Chris Duhon.
Shout out to Chris Duhon, but like,
Nah. We had a
my
time
team,
where we had
yeah.
a bad I think we also had like Howard Esley or something like that.
No, that was way before Bassett.
Oh, word?
Howard Isley?
No,
I know
that was,
you're talking about.
Actually, I'm bugging. What's his name?
The light on the light skin.
Yeah. And Shandon Anderson as well too. Like we didn't have. It was the stretch when we didn't have.
Nah, they
good
supposed to
team.
have came and got me, and you got Steph there. Supposed to did the family thing and all that. Y'all, Knicks, y'all blew
That's
that one.
fact. That's fact.
But they ain't
No,
have
that's
they
a
ain't have no
fact.
real management during this time. If the management they have right now, if that was the case, you already know they would make
was,
that happen. They would have made that happen whether someone liked it or not.
It was
Politics, man.
Isaiah Thomas at the time.
Virtual business.
Isaiah
Out of y'all-
Thomas, no.
No,
Isaiah
y'all-
Thomas was there. Yeah, you're right. The coach.
Yeah.
Out of y'all class, you had you, Dwight, Jr. I think y'all came straight out of high school. What was your reasoning for going straight out of high school?
My reasoning
Like,
for
what was
going
the
traveling,
deciding factor?
I wanted to play in the NBA. I wasn't like thrilled about going to play in college.
Same. I don't think none of us wanted to go to college.
I was like, when they had us in camp when we was going to the class and shit, we was all looking at each other like, bro,
I'm not doing this.
I'm not finna be doing
I
all
don't
this.
think none of us
Y'all
wanted to go to
tweaking.
college. I ain't want to take no college visits.
Man, but
I
I
wanna-
regret it though as an adult. Now I don't regret it meaning I want to change my decision, but I want my kids to have all experiences, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? I could imagine myself running through a campus.
I'm glad I didn't go to college.
I'm definitely glad. I would have never played in the NBA. I went to
I'm
college.
glad I didn't go to college. I have 5 kids from the league.
Man, college would have got
College would have got
said
me.
it would've been
Pitino was
10.
like, Rick Pitino was like, I want to coach 2 more seasons, man. I'm telling you, we're gonna win a championship. And he was right. We would have won a championship because they went to the Final Four.
So you was,
But
yeah,
he's
you was
still
going to
coaching. It's 20 years
Louisville.
later.
So if you look at our top,
I'm
go
ahead.
go up.
All right, you
Dwight.
lead. Sean Livingston lead
Sean, what was he gonna go?
to college. Illinois somewhere. He wasn't even looking at no college.
I wasn't looking at a college. That's crazy. I started out power forward.
Where that's oh shoot.
I wasn't the center. Al was the center.
In fact, in AAU, what's
Yeah.
up with the dude we played with Morris?
And
he used to
Rudy,
play the five,
Rudy,
right?
me and Rudy used to check each other.
That's crazy.
He went to UConn.
Go
All
down that list.
league.
And then Malik, he did he go to the league?
Malik went to we played at Kentucky.
He played at Kentucky. Everybody was going crazy when they found out JR first name was Earl.
Earl Smith. Earl Smith.
I was like, yo, but
Yo,
nah,
JR went to the league straight off of McDonald's All American.
straight off the game.
Straight off the game. In practice.
Man.
Really?
In
'Cause
practice.
It's just like, it was like, how can you describe how cold, like,
He caught
everything.
He caught on fire,
Like
bro.
shooting threes off 1 foot, just like he played in the league.
He stole the show because it definitely was the Candace Parker, the Dwight Howard show. That was the first time I realized like I was the top player in the country. I was like, damn, this is the Dwight Howard show, bro.
You know why?
This is the Sebastian show, bro. They
Candace-
stole that shit. Y'all stole it. They
Candace.
fall on the canvas everywhere. I'm like, oh
But
shit.
nah, it was
Y'all
really,
got
it
it.
was really Candace.
Y'all had
I
it.
was in love with Candace
Y'all
back
had
then.
it.
Hey, we-
Yeah, you
back in
definitely
high
was.
school.
You definitely chasing Candace the whole
We gotta
time.
show that clip. We gotta show that clip when he got the screensaver and that flip phone.
I had a little flip phone.
He was definitely
But
on her
I
body.
was on Candace. Like that was.
Y'all definitely would have
went
made
to
a couple
prom
of
with her,
pros.
Well, I went to the prom with her.
Went to
the
the prom with
prom
her?
How you didn't close that deal?
I went to the prom with her in Chicago.
So you ain't know her when he was showing the
When I had just met her.
Just met her.
I had just met her.
In fact, I was on her body.
oh,
She had that little
shoot.
wavy hair and all that going on.
Yeah, I was
You
in
know, you
love.
came
She had a
from
little
the country,
baby
you
hair.
ain't see
I was in love with her. This was my senior year. Yeah,
You didn't shoot the shot?
yeah, that was my girl.
Dwight left you.
We was together for my rookie year.
This is fire. One thing about Through the Fire, like I look at LaMelo, right? And they was doing the same thing before he got to the league.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of my biggest mistakes. Cause some of the things you gotta be like self about to build yourself. Everybody not gonna tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody not gonna give you the drop. You gotta. Why we stop the camera?
Oh, when we was back there, we didn't know.
I should have brought the camera to.
We didn't know.
Every last
We
one of
didn't
us should have
know.
had the camera from that moment on.
But just think
Still
about
going
it.
through the fire.
But just think
No.
about it. But no, we didn't know. We didn't know what
Talking
we
about
had.
the whole time in Orlando, a camera following. Whole time when I'm in Portland, the camera following me. Is I think that helps. That's a part of me saying they ain't Ben Simmons me. Because I feel like if I would have kept the same energy and we got the cameras following us and we doing this and that and that, then you can't just ride under the radar. And I feel like I rode under the radar. And I was too good for that.
Because it evolved with the times with social media, and then it being more normal to do those things.
Yeah, now I'm talking about now.
Yeah,
But see, like when you did Through the Fire and everything you was doing, it wasn't cool for NBA players to just think about when we was in the league.
And
it
you walk in
wasn't
with a
cool.
camera following you.
It wasn't cool
Yeah.
for us to be doing extra videos. They was like, nah, y'all gotta only focus on basketball. And you was everything. You know what I'm saying? You was the most popular player. You had the Adidas contract. Everybody was
it was Sebastian Telfair and LeBron James.
No, yeah, you throwing sauce on that, bro. I just told you it was the Dwight Howard show. The whole All American.
Who was on
What
Slam?
you talking about, bro?
Who was on Slam?
You
first?
was on Slam too.
You at first it was you and Bron.
Oh, I forgot about. We gotta.
And then it was this one.
Yo, I
It
ain't
was
gonna lie.
you and Bron. Then it was
I
this
be
one.
forgetting, bro.
Is
But I
that
gotta
Sean?
let. I be seeing everybody.
Come
So,
on.
man, this is
That's
crazy.
Sean Livingston, dog.
Yo, Sean Livingston was so cold, bro.
He was so cold, bro.
Yo, I'm talking about right there. It was so cold.
With the little fro doing the between the leg dribble real fast all the way down the
Yeah,
court.
that's top 10 slam covers right there. I ain't gonna hold you.
Man, how does that feel knowing like you one of the greatest basketball players to play? Like regardless of how people could say your career turned out,
That
regardless
shit,
of anything.
That's dope. It's
Like-
super dope. It's super dope. Super dope. That shit fire. It's good for the mental. That's a fact. It's like I said about social media and life in 2025, everybody's running around trying to do X, Y, and Z. Like, we still do our thing, but we
Yeah.
on chill mode.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, people already know who we are. We don't got to do too much. So, like, I don't know. I'm just happy to have that moment right there in my life where it's like, you know what I'm saying? We put on.
Do you have
Super
any
put on.
regrets from like coming out of high school?
Nah, I kind of had to. I had to come out of high school. To tell you the truth, I don't think if I would have went to college, if I went to college, I'd probably been there like 3 years.
You would have stayed in college.
Yeah, I would have probably stayed in college because then they would have started. Yeah, they would have started tampering with me, and I just didn't want to. Nah, Rick Pitino, son would have been wrong. That's a
You
fact.
would've stayed.
I was in Portland fighting in practice and shit. Me and Juan Dixon had a fight, and Juan Dixon my homeboy, so like I would never like tell that fight, but like I
Do you
was.
think
I
it
said,
was
I said, if I have that fight in Louisville, what happens?
Nobody knows.
Man,
Just like nobody knew about the fight with you and Juan.
Yeah, I know
That's the
about
NBA.
Yeah.
that. But it's also appalling too. Like
And
nobody's
during that time, and I just said it's levels. Like, you know, certain teams,
Yeah.
like certain teams, they don't cover like that.
Right.
People
But you
think
know,
you're in the
in
NBA
Portland,
being
you
watched.
was everything in Portland. You had your own the painting on the side. Right before when Dame came, they put the same paint in there. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I
Yeah,
don't know
you
that.
do. Yeah, you do.
In
It's a
Portland?
big old, in Portland, when we go to the games and stuff, they had a big mural. That's what they call
Oh,
it.
the Adidas joint.
Yeah,
yeah. I
And
know
when
you
you
talking about.
left, who they put up there? Dame, and then they just gave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Facts. I ain't like Portland though. I ain't like Portland. I wish
Was
I
it-
would have
was
went
it
to
the-
a different team.
Was it the city, the organization? What did you like about Portland?
It was the furthest team I could have got drafted to. Like my family being urban, they wasn't thrilled about going nowhere near Portland. And then just you gotta get lucky getting to a good team, to tell you the truth. Because I mean, you could be the player to make them and break them, but if you could get lucky enough to get drafted to a team that's a playoff team, with you or without you, that could be the difference in your whole career. That could be a difference between a 5-year career and a 15-year career, where you got drafted at. And me getting drafted in Portland, they was ready to jailblaze us before I got there. So it was just bad management, and then losing, and then them not giving me the ball. I'm like, how you draft a point guard 13 and then not giving me the rock? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't really make sense. So I was shocked from the get-go when I got there, and I was like, being on the bench, I was like, what the fuck? I don't think I recovered. Like, yo, being on the bench in the NBA is different.
Yeah, well,
you might as well be
yeah.
in the stands, bro. You like, what?
That shit
the
make you
heck?
feel bad, bro. When you got everybody saying like, "Why you not playing?" and you like,
Yo, being on a bench,
got nothing
and
to
then we
say.
losing. So
Yeah.
I'm like, we losing, and like nobody's saying nothing to me. And I wasn't used to that shit. Like I said, I was like, bro, when I lost, I was just be crying.
You remember the first team that benched you?
first team that benched
Cause you
me.
came in starting, you came in with a different. You feel me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can understand because I done went through every little phase. I done been the superstar all the way down to the role to the what's they call it, the medium. I mean not medium, but the contract. What's the contract for the
What's that shit?
minimum? Yeah, the vet minimum.
Damn,
I
that's
don't wear.
I remember we was talking about a vet minimum contract and shit. You talking about something? I don't know. I never been in this position.
Yo,
like no,
and
like you
don't
go from
even
the-
start talking about the money part of it. Like being in the NBA, you're not making no money. Oh my lord.
Yo, do y'all really want to cheer like when y'all on the bench?
Do you
Like,
want
do
to
y'all
cheer?
really, yeah, like do
What
y'all
you
really want to
mean?
cheer for y'all
To
teammates?
sit?
Like,
Yeah,
he
like-
ain't been in
How
a certain
you feel
situation.
about-
I ain't been in that certain
That's what
situation.
I'm saying, like,
Like,
this-
my bop is too crazy for me to be
That's-
looking at dudes talking about a seat on the bench and all that, bro.
It's crazy.
Nah, cause
I got a
what
heavy
I
bop
heard,
to
We
me,
done
bro.
had situations where they like, you can't sit here, this somebody's seat. And we all grown men. I got more years.
Yeah, but you know what though? Tell you the truth, when I would see that, I would automatically get up. When I would see we got dudes on a 10-day contract and all that type of shit, I would get up. Tell you the truth. I would just get up and go to the floor and all that, not to put them in that type of situation.
Yeah.
That'd make me
'Cause it make you-
that'd make me feel awkward.
It's
watching
awkward
you
too, yeah.
telling him to get up.
Somebody
You feel
say
me?
get up.
I'd rather
so
just let me
somebody's
get
telling.
up.
So when you on the bench, somebody's telling you to get up out your
Yeah,
seat.
yeah. Big Dwight Howard making $20,000 trillion come out there with a suit on. He ain't playing. He gonna
Hey,
come
you
to the
gotta go
bench,
sit to the bench, man.
and then don't
Yeah,
make
move your
them
feet,
come
nigga.
and have to tell you to move.
Hey, you might as well just get up and go. That's
You
what I'm
might as well
saying.
get
Like,
up and go, bro.
Yeah.
I see who Kobe did it to. Kobe was like, "Come on, bro," and Adidas did it to
Oh.
Bronny. Adidas did it to Bronny.
it's just a bad feeling. So it's just like you might as well either go to sit on the back of the bench,
Yeah.
sit on the floor, or just stay in the back.
Man,
It
at
don't
a certain,
come out.
certain point, you ain't
Or
playing.
just
You
ride
ain't paying none
just
of
ride
that
the
no attention.
bike. Act like you doing.
Just
it.
act like you
I
riding the
never
bike.
did
You right. But then see, last time I was with the Lakers, I did that. They was like, you got to sit down. I'm like, dang, I can't ride the bike. I can't stretch. I can't cheer for the team. Why y'all sign me?
Jeez.
Crazy.
It was crazy, man. But
Going back to the rankings, out of that class, it was like what? You got Rondo,
Big baby,
Big Baby, JR, all these people.
DJ White.
Shout out Big Baby too.
Shout out to Big Baby, crazy ass.
So seeing all of them,
enjoying right now.
them players, and where they went with Kyle Lowry still playing and Al Horford.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone had y'all shocked? Like who was the players that had y'all shocked to see what they did with their career, and who was the players that y'all kind of knew was them ones?
Man, that's a lot, man. I'm looking at this list.
Yeah, I want to hear who he say.
Who was the most
The
surprising?
most surprising
the
to
most
you.
surprising,
Gotta be Al Horford.
nah, I mean,
I think so.
Shoot, he's the honorable mention. If we don't say Al,
That's
he's the
what I'm
honorable
saying.
mention.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
If you think about it, yeah, facts. But Al has been good though. He's
On
That's
this list, he's
tough, man.
36 on this list.
Yeah, but high school,
I know,
though.
I know the guy. His name was James On Curry. You remember
yeah,
him?
he from Illinois.
Somewhere. What happened
was
to
the-
him? He was real nice.
Oh, I know you talking
James
about.
On
I know
Curry.
you talking about. Was
Then
he?
it was
I think he's younger than us. He wasn't. I don't think he was in our
our
class.
class. DeMarcus Nelson.
DeMarcus Nelson.
was the most
You
surprising.
don't even know who he is.
DeMarcus Nelson not in our class.
He was in our class.
He wasn't in our class.
He wasn't in our class. Man, I'm getting
No,
old.
you talking about
man.
that's our draft class. I'm talking about
thinking
the
about
class
the
that's
draft.
coming out.
This class.
Yeah.
This class when y'all was in that high school.
Let me answer
Oh, I
and
thought
we
it was
come
a
back to
draft
big
class.
fella.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
tough.
the most surprising for sure is Rondo.
You said Rondo?
Yep.
Why is that?
For two reasons. A, Rondo a Hall of Fame right now to me.
That's
as
true.
a point guard. So that's why I
He
say
was
that.
25.
Two, like Rondo, like I think me and Rondo was on different circuits. Like we didn't play against each other
At
a
all.
lot. So when we got to All American camp, like big fella keeps saying, like I'm the big kahuna. You know what I'm saying? So when we playing against each other, like I didn't think Rondo was like that cold. Like I knew he was an NBA player. I thought he was good and all that. I didn't think Rondo was like that cold. And seeing how Rondo career went, I'm like, nah, Rondo is the most shocking on the list. I'm talking about longevity, his assist record, winning the championship, his IQ and all that he like. I don't know. I think Rondo did a lot for the game. I would give
Yeah,
him that.
he's one of my favorites.
Out of all of these players, did y'all think Kyle Lowry would be the last one standing in the league? He's still in the league.
Wow, definitely not.
No, I didn't. But again, seeing Cal playing high school, man, Cal used to dunk on people.
Damn.
Cal used to
been
have
nice.
bounce.
Cal super nice.
Cal been nice. So, man, it's time
D.
flies,
Gibb.
dog. D. Gibb, Juan Palacios. I don't even remember him. Aaron Aflalo. He was fire.
Follow played the
Yeah.
league.
UCLA.
Yeah.
Russell
Man,
Robinson,
we had some fire.
NYC.
Yeah, we had some fired. We had a fire class, man.
I can't even follow this the same with the kids now. I see the list and all that. I
It
don't know what's going
I
on.
don't even know what's going on. I don't even know what's going on with basketball.
I don't know what's going on.
Like,
I watch all the games though.
Since you haven't been playing, like, do you miss what do you miss about being in the NBA or just playing in general?
I miss traveling.
Yeah.
Traveling and playing.
That
I
was
think
the one.
being on the road is one of the
the
best
best
things
ever,
in
man.
the NBA.
I
When
don't
you on the
know.
road, you in there, y'all trying to get a win. Winning on the road, it's like that rock star
beating
life.
somebody's team on the road is
It's
like,
like
it's
like
amazing.
so feeling like it's like a
Yeah.
championship. Tell
And
you the
then
truth.
just traveling, it's like more relaxing. You get a chance to get away from everybody.
playing cards. I miss
With
playing
your
Boo Ray.
teammates,
I miss
yeah.
playing Boo Ray.
So you're not
You
gonna
was a
say
Boo
that?
Ray player?
Nah, I used to tell my teammates every time, they'd be like, hey, big fella, come play Boo-ray with us. I say, man, listen, I got child support, man.
I cannot be playing Boo Ray with y'all.
I got 5 kids, but man, I would say, you know, traveling is probably the part that, you know, I'm gonna miss about being in the
Facts.
NBA.
Facts.
Going to all these different cities, going to the best restaurants, staying in the best hotels.
And yeah, that's it. Just the lifestyle. But other than that,
Yeah.
I don't miss too much. I don't miss hooping. I'll be watching the game. I'm enjoying watching them play.
Cause we done played forever.
Man, now some dudes still want to play. I said that about my man BD. Like BD still want to check in right now.
Baron Davis?
My fault. What you say?
Nah.
Yeah, you didn't want to check in right now.
I was gonna say like y'all mentioned all that, but y'all not. I don't think y'all keeping it real when y'all say about what y'all miss. Like, so none of y'all miss like the groupies and all that.
The groupies?
Yeah.
I'm niggas gonna
Nah.
we're gonna have that regardless. That's gonna happen.
Why would you?
I don't know, I'm just saying.
That's not a huge part. That's not a huge part.
Because I mean, from the outside looking in, people just think that's what it. Obviously, that's what it comes with, right? And you
So
see a lot of
what
people
is the
behind that.
outside? How do people look at?
Yeah.
From the
I
outside
bet.
looking in, they think.
They
Because
think
what is the perception like? Is
The
girls
perception?
at all the hotels? Like, how does people see it? How
Yo,
do
y'all
people see it?
Y'all
That's how they do it on the TV though.
Yeah.
Like when I watched the excuse me, what's the show Ballers or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Not that this on their show. I watched that. I'm like, all that is fake, bro.
Yeah.
This is not. This is
It's
not
so
real.
secure. They're not getting in there like that. And then we played before it was social media, and that's when it was probably more turned up because it was more private. You know what I'm saying? But now everything is out in the open, so it's like, nah.
It's not like that. I think you thinking because you can see our face. So many people know who NBA players are, but anywhere you got people making money, the work will be there.
That's a fact.
Facts. Whether it's Wall Street and these hotels, whatever, the work gonna be there. But
Nah, but
not how
this-
they do it on TV, where it's like, oh, you got girls throwing their panties and all that. where you
Yeah,
can
that's.
stop
And
it.
then you talking about them staying at the hotels.
So that never
What movie
happened.
that was from?
I've had some.
Love and Basketball. When the father.
I've
was
had
taking
some
the
stuff
picture.
like that happen where like they call the hotel room or whatever, but then we all get fake names. So now
Got them alias.
you gotta have an alias. What was your alias?
I used to change it up all the time.
Yeah, I
was
did.
James Bond a couple of
I
times.
seen that.
It's funny because like when you play on the team, they'll put the
rooms, like when we walk into the hotel, they have a table where all the names of all the players, and you'll see
Facts.
like some crazy ass names. I had Rick James.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Who was I? Man, I had Randy Savage. So when the people call, they be like, "Hey, Mr. Savage, your food is outside." It'd be funny as hell, but
You still use Randy Savage.
you gotta use nicknames because people be calling. People show up to the hotel. Usually the only people who have to worry about is the autograph seekers.
He don't need no. He don't need no lights. He just
And
come
he
on
don't,
through.
yeah, you know, Fortnite. Fortnite, nobody know him.
Hey, talk about like, I know Dwight got into this like when he became a journeyman, the struggle of like adjusting on and off the court of going to different teams.
Sheesh. Man. Switching teams is tough
It's
in
tough.
the NBA. Super tough. Super tough on you. Man, it's like starting over every time, tell you the truth. Because getting comfortable somewhere will help you play. You know what I'm saying? When you know the valet people, you know where they eat, and you know everybody,
Yeah.
and they know you. You know what I'm saying? that helps your play. So it takes a adjustment time, and then you waste so much money getting traded. Like you waste so much money getting traded that like I was speaking to you about this. Like I think we should tell the NBA guys like you shouldn't buy a house until you're done playing.
That is so true. You waste so much money.
You waste, and no one says nothing like that when you get to the NBA. No one says that. Yo, don't buy a house. You're 20 years old.
Two things you should wait. Unless you find somebody before you get in the NBA, I would say wait till you get out of the NBA to get married or settle down.
Jeez.
And also to get a house.
Definitely, those the number two. The rookies, focus on your first contract. That's how you're gonna be paid the rest of your career. Don't buy
a house.
Don't buy a house. I don't care if you come in with the Adidas deal and the number one pick.
Just wait.
You going that's money you just burning.
Just like save it, protect your money.
Protect
your money.
Like just save yourself with the houses. You waste so much money because you get there. And you know we all, you know what I'm saying, we don't do. So we want to make the house nice.
You want to get the biggest houses.
Man, that's the biggest waste of money. No one mentions that in the trade either. Like that's not no part of no paperwork. No one's paying for none of that. They try with your like with the transfer and all that, but that's the biggest waste of money.
Imagine buying a house with a team and then you get traded in the middle of the season. Now the house is still stuck.
That's
there.
crazy.
Now you got to go to a new city, get a new place to stay. And now you got this mortgage and that one.
Yep. Now you're trying to sell a house that you're in the season. They calling you talking about selling a house and all this stuff. You know, I'm put flat screens up on the wall. I remember the OKC did me so bad with that. Oh my Lord, I had my mama living there and all that. Oh my Lord. So you
waste so much money, man.
And then you don't got no adjustment time. So it's like either if you get fired from a job, like all right, you fired, then you could go wherever you going. When you get traded, it's like all right. You working right here, right now, and tomorrow you gonna be working over there.
And you gotta know the plays.
Everybody. My kids in school and all that shit. I had to leave my kids a couple of times. I'm like, this is bogus. That's why I don't miss it. Like that type of shit. And then you got the people like that's around the people with the NBA. I don't miss none of them niggas either. I don't miss none of y'all fake ass niggas. Not at all, bro.
You're right.
It's none of that energy, none of that crowd.
And I understand how you feel because it's like, man, we've been in for so long, and you know, you want to find some truth and some realness in people, you know, because we've been around so much fake, so much politics and all that stuff. So it's like,
I know you had said something like you was like some players your teammates, some is just coworkers, and some is family. Like. Elaborate on that because you know you always say you don't really talk to a lot of your guys from different teams.
Because you play, all right, so for me I played 19 years. That means I done had 18 years of different teammates.
Jeez.
So, you know, it's hard to really.
It's tough.
For 10 years I had a certain amount of teammates and then that all switched. Now it's a different set of teammates, different families, different. So it's like, dang, who can I really get close to? Next year, he might not be here. You know what I'm saying? And now if it's another team, he the enemy. Because I'm playing against him now. I can't look at him the same. He the enemy. So I can't, you know what I'm saying?
Do you feel you created more bonds with the winning teams? Guys that you won with versus losing with?
It's both. Seems like
so?
Because when you lose, you still create buzz because you like, damn.
I can't even answer that question. I just feel like all the NBA dudes is my friends. I don't really look at co-workers. I don't know. That shit was like.
I just feel like we should all be.
You
family.
should be.
We should all be family.
You should be. It should be some type of fraternity in it,
but
it's
a certain
not.
amount of us, and you're right. It's not.
Want to know why?
Jealousy.
Nope.
Envy.
Nope.
Money.
Nope.
What?
Everybody in there got all the shit. You feel me? It's the agent.
The agents.
The agents.
What you mean?
The agents.
The agents is bad.
The agent
my
is
agent
bad.
stole my money,
the
man.
agent keep everybody
$8 million.
apart also. An agent keep everybody apart. Meaning like if I represent you guys, I want to keep you guys together and doing whatever we doing, just you guys. They don't want you with the other people. You understand what I'm saying? So even if I'm an agent and I don't have no resources for you and I'm just representing you, your resources would just be what he has. Versus if we was dealing with each other a little more versus the conversation just coming through the agents, we'd be doing more business together. We'd hang out more. It'd be more of a bond. We're not building no bond because it's not even a conversation once you're not with the agent.
Separate.
They definitely keep us separate. Because I think about some of the business I did do inside the NBA, my agent was involved. But when you come in without the agent and you trying to tell the guy, like, listen, yo, we got this business plan, they don't really want to hear that. The guys is wired to not even hear that. I'm talking about from the top to the bottom. Yeah. They wired to hear it through the agent.
Yeah.
That's the real truth.
You ever had a agent fuck you over?
Oh my Lord. Shit, you play long enough, you would definitely have problems
Multiple
with your agent.
times.
Yeah, for sure. I think I told the story already with Andy Miller in my career with that Lion. When I signed with Phoenix Suns, I'll make this quick. I signed with the Phoenix Suns. It's supposed to be for 1 year, and it was 2 years on paper. They were supposed to cut me at the end of the year, give me the $500,000, which make my salary be what I asked for that year. And he lied to me and said, yeah, they agreed to that. And I end up playing. Last 34 games, I averaged 15 points, whatever, 9 assists. We one game from the playoffs. I meet with him 1 week before the season end. We in Houston. I say, yo, how the team feel about me? You remember my career is so rocky. I'm so happy to be in Phoenix. We winning a little bit. I'm with a half decent team. With me or without me, they kind of a playoff team. So it's the first time I'm feeling like I'm in the NBA. When I meet with him a week before the season end, I say, what type of contract did I get? He said, a 3-year, whatever contract. I'm hyped. I go out there, kick Kyle Lowry ass that night. We used to speak about Kyle. Him and Brooks, and we in Houston drag both of them that night. They were looking at me like, what are you on? I'm like, I'm about to get some of that money y'all niggas been getting. That's a super fact. Long story short, the season end, on the contract it says it got 10 days to give me the $500,000. I'm sitting there like this, waiting for that $500,000. The 11th day, yo, I need that $500,000. They're like, no, we actually love you as a player. We love you as a person. We love everything about you. You got to play in for that second contract. You got to play for that second year, which was only like $1.9 million. I was like, what? Y'all not going to cut me and give me the $500,000 and we got to renegotiate a new deal? They was like, no, your agent lied to you. I went into arbitration, all that shit with him for that whole summer. I end up in China. I feel
like the agents be playing both sides. I played overseas.
They do.
I played both overseas for about 4 years. I played in the G League 3 years. And what they do is they'll play your side and the team side because they know when you leave, they
trying to get some more players. Yeah.
In your spot.
The agents it's a conflict of interest, tell you the truth, because the agents is with the NBA. Right, it's so like, if you get into a problem with like when I got into that problem with them, and I'm like, all right, I went to the NBA. They was like, we can't represent you against the agent. I said, what? I said, so y'all can't. Y'all would help me if it was somebody else, but since it's an agent, y'all can't help me. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Why this is the same dude I'm sitting there to talk for me, and this is still going on today. And it's only about 10 agents too. So for the whole 400 players, it's only 10 agents.
And they run everything.
Think about that convo with your agent with Philly and the Lakers and all that year. It's like you had an offer.
I don't even know if any of that was real. I'm for real. I don't know who to believe, dog. I swear to God, I don't know if my agent right. Like, I don't know.
You go on Twitter, you tweet, I'm coming back.
I remember that, but I'm saying I don't even know who was lying, bro. Like, my head messed up now. They lied so much. Like, my agent was telling me he was telling the truth the whole time, but then the Lakers saying one thing, and then I'm tweeting one thing, and then it's like now
you gotta delete the tweet.
Now I delete the tweet. Now a couple years later, the Lakers is like, nah, we had a contract for you, and I'm like,
nah, they be lying too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they gotta be lying. So it's like, man, I don't be understanding what any of these agents have going on. It just, I don't like it.
I don't like it either. They need to do something about them agents. They got too much power.
I think it's more than the agents, though. I think that every entity that they have, NBA players, or avenue they have us go with, from agents to financial institutions to lawyers to whatever we do.
9 out of 10 players, and I'm not 100% sure about this, but let me talk like I really know this. But 9 out of 10 players, from what I've seen, when they sign with an agent, the agent is the first one that get with the player, right? So now you got the agent. He's gonna bring you to the financial advisor, right? And the financial advisor is gonna give you the lawyer. So it's all under the same thing. And this agent benefits from this for 50, 60, 70 years. You benefit from being around them for the 5, 6, 10 years that you're in the league. There's nothing wrong with that, but we just gotta. When we see that, we got to make sure that they really working for us. And they can't be in between conversations because they not going to sit there and help us build no type of wealth, which is another conversation.
So I feel like we need to, as older players, we need to figure out ways to kind of help guide a lot of these players because they just been misguided in a lot of areas. It's like you said, you wish you would have had people that was talking to you like how they talking to Ben Simmons. Shoot, I wish I would have had. I wish I would have was able to listen more with certain things. When the vets would say certain things, but I felt like we was already on this path because in high school we had been given the keys. When we got to the league, we was already the man.
Facts.
So
you gotta readjust. You gotta readjust.
We didn't know how to pivot at that point. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Because we only knowing what it's like to be at the top.
That's a super fact. And
So
then
now-
coming off the bench, you be like, this can't be the top, bro.
Yeah. So now coming off the bench and then now not getting a contract and now not playing, like we having all these experiences. Then when we get out the L, it's really made us. I think it's made a lot of players like upset. Some players be like,
Yeah.
they lose their minds a little bit. And I feel like all of this could happen because the NBA is like a big mental warfare. Like the everything about it is mental warfare.
To go on like with the guys being done playing, the number one thing is going on with the players is divorce, right? So one thing that I say, and I'm going back to the rookies because a lot of my message I want to start talking to the rookies because I'm like, this is the start of your career, and a lot of people not gonna give you the real. Like they gonna give you some bluff or they don't know what to really tell you. You know what I'm saying? But the NBA gotta make a prenup. The NBA gotta make a prenup. The NBA have to make a prenup, right? For what we got 8 accounts. You got 8 accounts with the NBA. These 8 accounts is for the player. Right, so when the girl come, which they always around, they know who your girlfriend is and all that. You got to come in that office and sign that contract too. So whatever money he save and house and all that, y'all could do that with divorce. But these contracts inside the NBA gotta be protected because these females is attacking them accounts, boy. I'm telling you, and they talking to each other. They in the middle of their career. They looking at them accounts like, it's hard for them not to start thinking evil looking at that money because they not a lot of people, and I start dissing on the girls, but a lot of people like, all right, if I could come up with an idea to make $5 million versus I could just leave right now and get $5 million, they leaving. So if we know from the jump, his NBA contracts, you already signed the prenup. No, nothing can be attacked by these.
What if you're not married?
You could get married. Right here, the contract that you signed this prenup, his NBA account is his. Now his Bank of America and all that shit, stuff, that's up for the divorce. Okay. But our NBA shit gotta be protected. It gotta be protected. It's not being protected because that's protecting the player in the future.
Speaking of that, like you said, what if you're not married? Like Jimmy Butler had just came out talking about the child support situation. He paying 55 racks a month.
Jimmy Butler's baby mama claims.
And the fans is in the comments like, that's like 5% of his like why he don't want to take care of his kids.
Jimmy Butler's baby mama claims that $55,000 in child support isn't enough. What? $55,000 a month?
Yeah, that's what.
Exactly. How can I respond though? Like, what kind of? I don't know. What this going on ESPN?
No, I don't. I'm not going. I never talk about my kids' moms or any moms, but I'm just saying like. The amount is absurd. Like for somebody to have to pay this.
The fans is on her side.
I don't even. It's not even about if the fans are on side or not. What I'm looking at is what the judge and the court system is doing. Like regardless, like I was saying to him, everything seemed like it's a way to take money from us. So the court system with this right here, come on, man, $55,000.
They made some money though. the court system made some money.
Correct.
The government made some money.
But that's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot of
I
money.
feel like it's just doing all this stuff is also separating the families, regardless of how much they're trying to make this person give in the money. It's still separating the family. You know what I'm saying? And you know that's the only thing I don't like about that whole child support situation.
But I feel like that's what I'm saying. We need that
For
in-house prenup. It will protect the family staying together a little more. I promise you. I know. If my ex had my accounts signed off when we first got to Portland, where you could go attack his other money, you can't attack the NBA money. She'd have been in the next room right now, just mad. Now, but when they start looking at them accounts,
And they can see everything.
I looked at the account raw myself. So mad at somebody ain't never make an M. So think about that.
Oh, you said it wrong.
Yo, and I say that I don't think that's far fetched from us getting an in-house contract inside the NBA, because it's 9 out of 10 getting divorced now. Because when we first got to the league and we went to the meetings, they said it was 7. Now it's 9. 9 out of 10 players is getting divorced. So y'all throw them out there. Name y'all favorite slam dunkers. I'm gonna tell you. Hold on. Oh my Lord.
Was you capping? You might have been capping.
My Lord.
It's behind you. But no, I think like,
Hold on. You know, I know y'all know that meme right there. So shorty fine as hell. So you see that.
but nah, that's crazy. I'm still tripping on that.
9 out of 10 getting divorced.
9 out of 10?
getting divorced right
9
now.
out of 10 getting
9
divorced.
out of 10 getting
So
divorced.
with that being said, so like the two things we said is they should wait till
After buy a house.
after to buy a house.
No need to buy a house when you first get to the NBA.
So what should you invest in? Or should you just, you know what, it's crazy. I don't even think players in like these contracts that they get today, I don't think they even should invest. I think the best thing they should do is just save, protect all their money. What are you investing? You're making multi-millions. See, that's the thing that we got tricked in.
You know another thing too? Nope. Buy assets. Buy something that's already making money. Right?
So what are you gonna buy that's gonna be making money?
Oh, a million things. They got a goddamn laundry mats that's making money. They got a car wash that's making money. They got goddamn chicken spots that's making money. They got check cashing spots that's making money. They got goddamn nail spots. It's a bunch of shit. They got the multi-family homes that you could buy with the same thing. You spend $1 million on a personal house. You could go do the same thing. We all did that shit.
That's true.
I remember I'm buying my mom a $1 million house, and I remember driving by a diner. So you come into my neighborhood, it's a diner right there, and that shit was down for 3 years. And I remember calling one time like, "Yo, how much is good?" They said 1.5.
You could have got that. It's so many places. I feel like all of us have those little
That diner booming right now.
Those opportunities, but it's like we were so stuck on like I would call it ego.
Man, I don't think it's none of that. I don't think it's not enough good examples. I think if I could do it over in a perfect world, I would have made that shit like the same way I was when I was in China. I would have made me being in the NBA like one long ass camp. Like, this is not forever. I'm gonna try to get as much as possible while I'm here and spend as least as possible while I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I would be on that timing. And when the team see you on that timing, they fuck with you a little more. Yeah. Like, they like a guy like that. They're like, oh, he makes. Like, that just happened with the dude with the Honda. That's an old conversation, but he pulled up to the game. Yeah, with the football, and he pulled up with the Honda. That's a whole part of the rookie shit that you can do, and you could trick them to give you the money. And I lost all of that type of sauce, the trickery when I got to the NBA. You sit there, I'm only wearing the team joints, I'm only eating with the team, all that type of stuff. Yeah. If you on that timing, you could be all right. You could be all right. It's hard though. That's what you're saying with the ego. Yeah. But I would make that shit like one long ass camp. I'm here to get as much as possible. I ain't spending shit, and I'm just when the camp over, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna be up.
I know y'all talked about guidance. Y'all talked about having your peers look out and stuff. I know JR had just went viral talking about his experience.
Like, people forget, I went to jail when I was in the league. Like, you know what I'm saying? I did 24 days in a 23-1 in the cell. Well, I got millions of dollars for a month, and I couldn't do nothing with it. I'm reaching out to people. I'm calling my NBA boys, all these people. Yo, no crickets. I'm calling coaches, crickets. Only person that came see me once was Gerd. That shit hurt me. I'm feeling like, you know what I'm saying, you my godfather to this, you my man. So to deal with all that and come out, I'm on the warpath. I'm on the rage. I'm living my life. I'm reckless at this point. You know what I'm saying? But people looking at it like, well, he just wilding out.
Look at him.
They don't know what.
He was just talking about how he thought, you know, his NBA guys and all them people that he built that camaraderie with was gonna be looking out and stuff. Like, y'all talked about some of the players being fake, etc. Like, when you went through certain situations.
It goes back to you. If we was organically doing business together, it would be different. We not organically doing business together.
We rivals trying to come together later on to do work. We don't really know each other. It was kind of
know each other. Don't really know each other, bro.
It was kind of what Giannis' brother was saying when we was the Nassers, when we was talking to him. He was like, the reason why him and his brothers can get on each other and the way they are and, you know, treat each other that way is because they don't need nothing from each other. They all got their own, but when they come together, it's all out of love. I could tell he could tell his brother something out of love, and his brother not take it like he trying to, you know, downplay him, you know, or, you know, anything like that. And all of us came from so many different backgrounds.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's so much of that, but that goes both ways because I felt like that way at times, but then I had so many of my NBA peers like come through for me in so many ways that it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's a I don't know.
And I think a lot of times too, we don't really connect with each other till after we playing. A lot of players, when they done playing, then they have time to sit back. Because during the heat of the battle, like, we not thinking that way. We thinking about how can we beat this person. This is our enemy. You know, we not thinking
survival of the fittest.
Yeah,
really.
all of us trying to get to the top spot.
So when you went through that case, how many of your NBA peers actually reached out and gave you some support or even showed up to your court hearings? Or
I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to that type of stuff, like, I don't expect nobody I'm not that type of person. I won't drag nobody in the shit with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was a burning building, we had to go in there and save somebody, I'll tell y'all to stay, let me go. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't drag nobody into shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't drag nobody in shit. So, but a lot of dudes did come through. And answered the phone and went back and forth. Now you got some dudes that's fake as hell. Because you got some dudes, I ain't gonna say his name. Well, I give you a story with that, like, to kind of go with JR. When I was in that situation, when I first kind of got out, went back to Brooklyn. They said I couldn't go to Brooklyn, but I was like, if I'm gonna be in New York, I gotta be in Brooklyn. So then I bumped into one of the NBA players, and I was with my friend Webb, and he was like, "Yo, come here." All right, so we went over there to him, and I'm so happy that my friend was with me, so nobody, because you know, in the comments and stuff like that, people always gonna say you lying, especially if you talking about somebody with a bunch of money, because they think everybody at this person for money. But boom. He seen me, say, "Yo, come here." I go over there. I'm like, "What's good?" He like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "I'm chilling. Everything good. I see you doing this and that and that." He said, "He said, you all right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm good." He said, "Take my number." So I'm like, "Yo, take the number." Take the number down. He said, "Yo, call me tonight." I said, "All right." I call him that night. Yo, this is a big dog. This is, you know, billionaire shit, right? So I'm like, "Yo, what's good?" I'm trying to get with him, go get some dinner or something like that. He like, man, he must just seen my situation. Like, everybody just watched me go through that shit. And he like, "Forget all that. Like, how can I help you?" So I'm like, I got a billionaire. I'm basically starting from scratch at this moment, and I got a billionaire on my phone asking, "How can you help me?" What would that do for you?
I mean,
like, you on scratch. You started over. You fresh out. They just opened the gate. Yeah, you take the cuffs off you.
I'm telling
you got a billionaire on your phone with 2 fresh babies on your side. That nigga, that's
I think that's like you trying to find, "Hey, I need a job," or I don't know.
On my mama, I ain't asked for nothing. He said, "What you need?" I was like, "What I need?" I was like, "All right, man, actually, I could use X, Y, and Z and shit." Long story short, that nigga just wanted to know what I needed. Ain't do shit. Spun me.
What?
Just wanted to know.
Super spun me, right?
Man.
I think I heard this story before.
Nah, nobody know the story. I ain't let this one out. But this is a big dog. I ain't let this one out. And the problem with it is, like, but I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean that in no street way. I just mean that like in a real way. So what happened was, I didn't ask, because if I asked, then I could never even bring this story up. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you begging, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Nobody want to hear the rest of the story. You begging. So, but it's like, no, what you need? Like, what you need? Like, I don't want to hear all that. The exact words was, I don't want to hear all that. What do you need? I'm not even asking for nothing. I said, all right, I need X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Get me off the ground. And show them. You know, FaceTime, show them. I need X, Y, and Z. 1 month passed. No, 2 weeks passed. I text like, it was good. He's like, oh, working on something for you. Month passed. 2 months passed. I'm like, hold on, dog. You called me to you. Yeah. You said take my number. Oh my lord.
Cap.
That's twice.
That's cap.
Oh.
You gotta secure that thing, yeah.
Definitely
That's cap.
That one going viral right there. We gotta get shorty. We gotta have to get that. I'm leaving it now. But boom, it's like, yo, what you need? I'm like, oh, so boom. So after 2 months, and I'm looking at the phone like, damn, son ain't even get back to me. You feel me? And I didn't say, I want a Range Rover so I could go stun on niggas. I'm saying, you feel me? It's basically some groceries.
Yeah.
I'm talking to a billionaire talking about groceries. So 2 months in, me being from Brooklyn, I said, respectfully, dog, I ain't asked you for nothing. I ain't asked for your number, and you probed me. Like, you came to me with all this.
Yeah.
He got mad as hell. Ain't do shit though for me though. You know what I'm saying? So I understand where JR coming from. You got some dude. So then I called Rashad McKentz and just talking shit like, yo, look at it. You know what your boy did me? He said, yeah, Bass, that's how they do. They just want to know your situation. He ain't running to help you. I said, damn, that'll be the last. That's some NBA shit. I don't really want that to be our narrative, because like I said, dudes do come through for each other. Like I came through for a handful of my old teammates. But man, if you're gonna be a big dog, be a big dog. Don't be running around acting like big dog. You know what my friend told me? You know what Webb said? Webb said, yo, he probably would have gave you 2,000 if the camera was on. I said, oh, you gotta have the camera on these niggas. Yo, put the camera on. We're about to ask for something. If niggas don't got the camera on them, they ain't showing no love. That's why every time you see them giving away something, the camera on them. He's like, yo, you ready? All right.
That's crazy. It's kind of like when we
if you put a camera on, I'm not getting like I want to do it on the low. I want to help on the low.
That's how we started.
I'm helping from here.
That's how we started though. You know, we first came in. Like I said, it was no social media. Remember that it was no Instagram. It was the Facebook I think had just started, and I think the
like
NBA,
MySpace or some shit.
Yeah, they had MySpace, and the NBA was actually having meetings with us about how we need to handle social media. So we came in before that era. So the things that we was doing, it was just really how we felt. Like we went into the community and did stuff. It was, all right, we finna go here. We ain't finna post this.
Out of the heart.
We doing everything because this is how we really wanted to give back to the people. But then it just became a show.
It's definitely a shit show now.
Everything became a show, and it's like, man, that ain't us. So like even now, like.
But tell you the truth, it's not because I've been through so much. I'm on the gate with that now, because like I did a lot in my community. I ain't gonna say I did so much in my community. I did a lot, but I wanted to do so much. I don't give myself that much credit. But I couldn't imagine, like when I'm doing this, and like I couldn't imagine. Like I did that at the end just because I was kind of mad. Like when I just did the courts over and I did my projects over in like 2017. I was kind of mad, so I had Lisa Evers come. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand now, like if you don't call the newspaper and all that, people going to act like they don't know, and they're going to treat you back like they don't know. So I'm on the gate about that now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like maybe you got to, but I don't like how it looks though. I don't gotta have the camera to give the kids shoes. I don't gotta have the camera to give out money or send the kids on the trip. I don't gotta do that.
It feel like it's fake.
It's
when
definitely
do it.
fake when
Feel
you
like
do
it's
it. You
fake
gotta
when
care.
do that,
And
yeah.
especially like I see people do that like with family. Like I can't imagine a camera up and I'm like got my family around, start talking about some money, giving up money. They be like, nigga,
It just don't seem
like
real.
what we look like to you, bro?
It's crazy when you was in Taiwan. It was his birthday. We like, what you want to do for your birthday? He like, I'm about to go to the schools and just talk and give jerseys and sneakers. He wasn't even thinking about recording none of that. Then the team was like, tell Dwight we gonna record it. He like,
Nah,
what?
you got to, big fella, you got to.
I mean, I understand why they want to
act
do it.
funny,
and
bro.
They will act funny, but see, my thing is, and you know, after that, we start filming and like even putting stuff all over social media. But before that, I was like, man, I don't want people to think that what I'm doing is
It's
fake.
Yeah,
Like 'cause
nah.
that's never been me. Cause
Nah.
I'm doing this because this is just.
See, that's because so
it's
many
inside my
fake
heart,
people,
yeah.
there's so many fake people who do stuff you don't want to do it. But when it's
Right.
from the heart, just keep moving like that. We Gucci.
You had said this on All the Smoke. You was talking about the Adidas deal, and then you was talking about sneakers. Sneakers make a player better. What you?
You don't do nothing with Adidas no more, huh?
Nah.
I'm mad about
Y'all
that.
both was
man.
Adidas. Matter of
I'm
fact.
mad about that, man, because I felt like even both of us, man, we was with Adidas, man. We put on for Adidas, like literally put on, like
I
we had everybody rocking Adidas.
I regret signing with Adidas. Like knowing what I know now,
Yeah,
like Braun knew that.
yeah,
Braun knew that. Like Braun made that decision based on why would I not go with the best shoe? That's where Braun IQ is at. Like the money, that shit was. Braun knew he was gonna make $1 billion, so the money was not going to tamper him which way. Why won't I go with the best shoe?
yeah.
It makes no sense. I'm not the best player in the country. Like, why won't you go with the best shoe?
Smart.
Did
Just
y'all,
think about that, bro.
did y'all go with Adidas to help?
No,
Bring the
Adidas
name
went
up,
with
or-
us
Yeah.
because they've been in our face
They was
in our
face in high
pockets.
school.
They've been
in
in our
high
face
school,
and
yeah.
pockets.
So y'all felt loyal to Adidas.
No, they've been in our face and our pockets.
Okay.
I didn't get paid, but I was getting a lot of shoes. My
You got
senior
paid, bro.
year, I didn't get paid. who paid me? When did you see me with
Adidas?
anything? No.
Did you
I
get
didn't-
paid?
My Adidas?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I never got paid by nobody.
Absolutely.
How much money do y'all think y'all would have made if y'all was playing during the NIL?
Man.
Oh,
Oh,
my
man.
Lord.
Oh,
This
my
dude
God.
on the NIL?
Like now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got
Oh,
a damn
man.
movie. and
Whatever,
shit.
whatever the top dudes is making, probably
They
something like
getting
that.
millions.
Yeah.
No, more than $1 million for sure.
But I think
Like-
it's polluting the game and it's polluting their minds. Cause man, like the thing that I've seen is the more money gets involved, the more evil it is involved in anything that you're dealing with. So if these kids are already getting these deals in college, they already getting used. They taking their name, their image, and their likeness, and they're using it already in college. So now they are like their value is declining.
But
Like-
look at it. You said you ain't get paid,
Mm-hmm.
so you ain't get your first paper till you was.
I
in
got to the
NBA.
league, yes.
For someone like you said, you had a little bread in your pocket, so you got the experience of NIL before NIL. So what did that do to you?
I think it's the same thing like with the sneakers on the court. It's confidence. Like, I'll be telling people, like, that's why the first contract is so important because you're going to come out busting ass after that. You know what I'm saying? You was on that NBA court making $1 million and then the team investing in you out there making 15, 20, your game going to go from here to here. It's the same thing like having your name on your
the
sneakers.
shoe.
So if I'm in high school and it say Bassie on the side of my sneakers and all my teammates got fucking leather uniforms on and you feel me? I got a fucking $10,000 in my pocket and a $1,000 jacket on. You don't think that gives me a edge?
More
Because
confidence
my
too,
older
yeah.
brother, he disagreed. He said, nah, they ain't got nothing to do with it. Nah, you working harder than people.
Nah, you gonna
Bullshit. Like, I knew I wasn't losing. Like, when we played against them, the step back three, I had them Nikes on that they delivered to me with the zip up and shit. I knew I wasn't
So
losing
it's
that
over,
game,
it's
bro.
over.
I was like,
Y'all
he
paid
dunked on
the
it. I
refs,
said, this
man.
is gonna cute,
It's
but
over. What y'all?
So
do
when you lost a deal with Adidas?
When I left the Lakers, man, they told me they had. When I left the Lakers, when I played with Kobe and them, they said we can't keep you on the on Adidas because The Lakers fans are mad at you.
No.
You serious?
No.
I did not get no new contract, man. I'm telling you.
Adidas?
That's crazy.
I was with Adidas. I had 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards, and I never got a big contract.
Yo,
Like the year I
Adidas
should have got,
moving like
the
that?
year I got the 3 defensive players in a row, I should have got a new contract. When I did the Superman dunk, they should have went crazy.
Nah, you should have went to Nike.
I should have went.
We should have
Nike.
signed with Nike off the rip, bro. If I'm looking at a kid right now, I'm like, you better go sign with Nike. They got the best shoe. I want to play with the best shoe, bro. Point blank.
Do you think
You gonna make money?
Do you think the NBA game now or sports is a like for players to make it to the NBA, they need to have some type of money or wealth or come from overseas?
It's dwindling down. The kids that come from where I come from.
America.
To make it,
Yeah.
to get from that mouse trap to get there is it's harder today, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you say where you come from, do you mean Brooklyn, New York, or do
Yeah.
you mean?
I mean, any urban area, any, you know what I'm saying, less
From
fortunate
America.
area.
A lot
in
from
America.
America, unless you have unless you come from a wealthy family, because you got to pay for trainers now.
Yeah.
AAU costs get on the team is almost two racks. That's a lot for people who don't, you got a single mom trying to, provide. That's a lot. Then
That's
you
a
got
fact.
shoes. Shoes is costing to play in these tournaments.
That's a
All
fact.
these things is costing. So it's like for a kid to make it to the NBA, they got to have some type of money.
Sheesh, that's tough.
They got to have some type of money to even get a chance, because how they going to get seen? It used to be the kids from the country and the kids in the outskirts, but now they done moved it to the inner city too. They taking those opportunities away. The opportunities that's for kids now are overseas. Think about the kids that just been drafted. They all from France.
That's a fact.
The last couple of years they've been from France.
So
overseas.
how many players from America is in the NBA right now? Because it's 4. I thought it was like 415, but they've been yelling 450 out. So I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
the 450 number.
How many players from America?
Last time I checked, it was 300.
It's probably less than that.
I checked this like 5 years ago.
It's probably less than
It
that.
was like
Every
300
year
players
it's been
from
getting
America.
less. Even in baseball, the percentage of players from America in baseball is getting low. The black players too.
But with the NIL, right? That's important though, because it's shrinking. So I'm like, I guess at the college level, let some guys make some money. You know what I'm saying? So I won't take that opportunity
I
away.
think it's good
I
that
don't
they're doing
care if
that.
it hurts some players don't play harder.
Right.
I don't care. Why would I care when it's only 300 fucking jobs? The whole state, right? The whole fucking country, I mean. It's only 300.
NBA jobs.
It's 300 dudes. I don't want to hear about somebody else getting some money. Let somebody else get some money any way, you know what I'm saying,
That they
possible.
can.
But they're making so much money in the league now. The league is different, bro.
Now you guys play overseas. 12. I know you went to Taiwan and you went also to China. Being that your cousin also was a huge figure in China, how did that hurt you, or if not help you?
Definitely helped me because, like, first time the NBA was tripping on me, I knew exactly where I was going. So I ain't have that stumble moment like, oh, what to do next? I was like, all right, I know exactly what I'm doing. My cousin over there playing in China, and I'm going my ass over there. And if I didn't get locked up, I would have went back over there. Or if I ain't signed with OKC, OKC got me, son. I ain't gonna lie. They got me
When
good.
you was hooping overseas, did you meet people that was better than some niggas that was in the NBA?
No.
I think it might be
Would you tell
I think it
people
might be
how
different, huh?
people think that NBA, like, people don't understand that it's levels. Like, obviously, when you playing these different tournaments, or exhibition games, it's different. But the level of NBA players and the skills, and then just as you go up from
Yeah, when you put 12 of them on the team versus 12,
Of course.
the
But
levels
Boogie-
the levels is different, but they catching up for sure.
I was about to say
They done
Boogie
caught
did
up.
say that. Boogie did say overseas he done met some people that probably in the NBA that's better than some NBA.
But is he talking about NBA players from here that went over there, or is he talking about natives? The natives can't mess with us.
Oh, not the natives, nah.
It's overseas.
He's saying
Niggas that's out the
players that
league.
done out the league.
Undrafted,
didn't
they
make
didn't
it
get
to the league.
they overseas.
But yeah, I mean, but now it's like you know why a lot of players and guys not in the league. It's politics.
It's
all
definitely a lot
politics.
of. It's a lot of politics.
It's
now,
worse now than man. Like
for sure. That's why I say you could trick your way to get the money.
yeah,
now.
you have to.
You could just act a certain way and you good.
We was talking earlier, Dwight. Remember you was talking about players being forced out earlier than they should be. What do you think about that?
Shoot, I mean, all of us. They only want us to be there for a certain amount of time. Everybody has a time limit. It's a story for everybody. Everybody has a narrative. He had a narrative, and when that narrative was up, they had to get him out of there. They had to find a way to get him out. It's just like these TV shows that we watch. They find a good way to bring you on and a bad way to bring to make you look like the worst person in the world. Just think about everybody that done came in. Look at Melo. Melo came in on the high horse. How they tried to make Melo leave. Like he wasn't a good ass player.
They try to force Melo out.
Like force Melo out. You, me, all of Rondo, everybody that done came in. They
y'all, you and Rondo, y'all won that championship and they ain't bring y'all back. I was saying there like, what the fuck? What am I missing?
That's what we were saying.
Everybody
Was saying that, and then you look at AD say we need another center, and I'm like, okay, so first of all, let me get this right. We win the championship in 2020. You have the best backup center since y'all not gonna give me no minutes, and the JaVale. You got two great centers, and you got AD. Then we had Boogie. Like, what is we doing?
That's crazy.
Like, we had
y'all would have won another 2 championships. Now think about it. Denver snuck those.
They snuck those championships. I believe that if we would have, and I know people be like, man, that shit already over with, and it is over with. But he brought it back up.
You got you one, big fella. You good? You got you one?
No, I'm good. I'm good because we got one. But I feel like we could have got it. We could have got at least 2 or 3.
Yo, do you hate when people put like the asterisk on your ring?
I don't even care.
Nah, I definitely don't. Yeah, he definitely.
I mean, why would I care? Like, I won. Like, regardless of how they want to put it, however they want to slice it, you know, they could say I was on somebody else's team, whatever. I know what I did to help that team win.
Huge part.
You know what I'm saying? So regardless of how they want to put it, if I wasn't on that team, I don't think we winning the championship. If JaVale didn't play, if I didn't play, if Rondo didn't play.
You and Rondo.
Rondo kept me sane.
Y'all was doing a lot. And Rondo was out there hitting 3. I remember the I'm watching that shit close as fuck in the bubble. I'm like, Rondo was hitting 3s.
He was doing a lot.
Am I tripping?
Nah, you're not tripping because that was
Rondo was wetting them bitches. I was like, you can't leave Rondo right now.
Because the level, once you get, you know, man.
But y'all been around though. They tired of seeing the same players. They don't want dudes sticking around for no 20 years. And this is why I'm happy that Braun is sticking through, so it could be a little bit more normal for a guy to be playing through for 35 to 40 years old.
Because they trying to make it seem like it's bad.
If you retire at 32, 33, like that's
young in the real world.
Bad for business.
In the real world, how many people retire at 33?
That's bad.
So you saying
for business?
If you think about NBA players, our careers are 3-4 years.
The average career is
3-4
4 or 5 years right now, for sure.
So you talking about guys done playing in the NBA at 28? You still gotta live.
Jennings was 32.
32 is young. Most people just start getting into their life in they.
I want Braun to play until 45.
I thought, you know, it's crazy. When I was young, I thought I was gonna play till I was about 50.
Let me ask you this though: does that also?
That's how I train.
How long you play for the team? Does that also like? Is there a do teams evaluate how much money you're making for the team?
It depends on who you are. Like LeBron, obviously, he making money for the team. He making money for the league. But once they gone, are people still gonna watch the league like they used to?
So do you think that's the reason why LA or NBA is still holding on to Bron?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
That marketing.
What do you
viewership
mean?
down right now.
Come on,
That's
who-
the only views.
So if LeBron leave, I think more of the league will drop.
Right now,
It's no.
we definitely need Braun right now. I don't know everything that's
until
going
a
on.
new
I
star.
don't really look at the views being down or like that conversation. I don't. That's cap.
What star
But
star
back to what
is
you were
there?
talking about, Ye. They
ain't call him Ye.
they definitely wanted a certain look of guys out of the NBA. I'm gonna call it the Ricky Davis effect, right? They definitely wanted the Ricky Davis guys out of the NBA for
That's
sure,
true.
for
It
sure.
just confused me. It kind of started with, like, I want to say AI, what I noticed when he went to Memphis. And then, like you said, what they did to Melo, Ricky Davis too. But it's like, Melo came up for 22 point per game season.
It don't make a difference. I told you,
And
it's
they
a
forced
certain
him out.
game that you got to play with the NBA with the perception shit.
True.
That
And
if
if
you
you don't
get
play
that,
it-
that's the biggest
Yeah.
golden nugget. It's like
Yeah, that's
the
for all
biggest
the
golden
players.
nugget.
Anybody out there, if you can play the game within the game,
You gotta play the game.
you gotta
bro.
learn how to scam.
You
So-
gotta play the game.
Is that a so?
That's
is-
what it is.
Question.
Al Horford is a
Horford's
great
still playing.
example.
You know
Al
he playing the
Horford is a
game.
great example. You can see he playing the game, and there's
he's
no
still
offense.
starting, right?
He's still he
Yeah, I
said
think
this
so.
year he said, you know
Sometimes.
what, I'll come off the bench.
Facts.
So
Hey, I'll come off the bench.
Before y'all even get to it.
Yeah,
Before y'all even
but
get to
but
it.
he already know he was gonna have to come off the bench. But he already put it out there like, I'm gonna come off the bench. I'll do whatever it is to help this team win. So now he got everybody on his side. But like
That's
for
a fact.
us, if we was to say that, and be like, oh, he just said that. 'cause
That's
he
what
want-
Phoenix said about me. They was like, if you don't play, we got to tell the team if you don't play, you're gonna be complaining. I'm like, what nigga y'all had in here that didn't want to play, bro?
Is it harder to do that when you still know how good you are?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be like, just
Yeah.
accept it. I'm just going to go to the bench when you know how good you
It
are.
is very hard to just want to sit on the bench and play. That's why he probably at peace with just not playing. He said he can still hoop, but he like, man, I don't miss none of this NBA stuff. I'm glad.
Nah, the politics is too much.
It's too much. It'll have your head messed up because you will look at games, you will look at stuff like what AD is saying, and you will be like, bro, am I really not like? Is it me?
Yo,
Like you would think you really like. I'd be thinking like sometimes like, dang, what did I do? Like, did I say something in the press conference after we won the championship? I'm trying to figure out why they wouldn't bring me back. So it's like
You sticking around for too long, bro. That was their problem with KG. When Minnesota was giving KG that money, then they started doing the math like, man, this dude want to stick around for 20, 25 years. And they wasn't used to that. They don't want to see that. And like, why is a whole different conversation of why they don't want a dude sticking around for 20 years.
So
I thought it would be a good thing. But I understand why it wouldn't be because they like, man, we trying to get more players in. It's the same.
Oh, I got a question for you. Right? You in the Hall of Fame, right?
I'm
Nah,
about
They
to
call
be.
you.
just got
They call
nominated.
you. You going right? You got to tell me what is the difference in the pension. Do I know that? I mean, do you know that? Is there a difference in the pension when you're a Hall of Famer?
It shouldn't be.
Because somebody asked me, and I'm like, shit, I don't know. I ain't a Hall of Famer.
Shit, he didn't even know he was about to get nominated.
I didn't. I was
ESPN
about to
called.
know he was gonna be in the
I'm
Hall
like, yo,
of Fame,
ESPN
bro.
calling you.
I ain't retired yet.
After this year,
When you gonna officially retire?
nigga, they retired me. Some nigga was like, nah, Bash, you good? You retired, bro.
I know everybody always asks this, and I don't like asking it no more, or even debating about it. Like this whole GOAT conversation.
Wait, look to my with Braun and
Who
MJ.
your
and them.
MJ,
Who
like
your GOAT?
everybody, like I feel like it's
Who your go?
I don't know. That conversation's so stupid to me.
You don't
because
go-
it's like it gotta be like music where it's like preference. Like your GOAT ain't gonna be his GOAT and that GOAT. But when they do the LeBron comparison, before I really looked at the numbers, I was like, LeBron the GOAT. Like I'm just hype off Braun doing the school and Braun, you know what I'm saying, coming from high school and then, everyone expecting so much and him doing even more.
Yeah.
But then when they put them numbers side by side and Mike was like, damn, Mike averaged 30 points for that long. He was a 10-year and this and that. I'm like, yo,
1A, 1B.
it's 1A, 1B for sure because Mike his dominance with scoring is too much.
So let me ask a question.
It's still more than Bron. And Bron made way more points than him. But
was it all political?
It's them sneakers.
Was it political for
it's them
Michael
shoes
to be the GOAT? Was it political for LeBron to be the GOAT? Was it politics for Kobe to be considered the GOAT? Like, were these people put in this conversation because they wore Nike and they were shooting guard?
No, we ain't doing that one.
Why? Because Magic Johnson, Kareem could be considered one of the GOATs. But Kareem don't. He not with Nike. So they don't talk about him in the GOAT conversation. They only talk about players who wear Nike shoes in the GOAT conversation. How many Adidas players?
Versus big men and guards, you saying so guards handle the ball.
Anybody. They don't never say any. What other player outside of Nike player do they consider being the greatest of all time in any sport?
Who can we compare to though?
Because they don't put them up there. It's because it's politics.
Hold on, but
shoes.
is Kobe still with Nike? Kobe is still
Kobe's
with
with
Nike.
Nike.
That's correct.
He left Adidas.
Yeah, okay.
That was the best thing that happened.
And what happened when he left Adidas? Everything went up. He went to Nike.
Before we get out of here though, you gotta give your New York City all-time five best players to come out of New York.
Oh my Lord, I'm so over New York with the basketball talk. They done switched my words around so much.
Hold on one. But
I said I'm number one in the culture. I had every dude that ever played basketball. Mark Jackson, Rod Stricker, all them dudes coming out. Bernard King, everybody like, man, niggas came out with the Kings, like I would have worked them. Like, what these niggas
did? I'm tell you are number one in the culture.
I appreciate that.
Number one in the culture.
I appreciate that. But when it comes to, Steph the best to come from New York, to me. But Steph, I feel like I wish Steph would have played longer. I wish he ain't played the game. If Steph would have played the Derek Fisher game, you feel me? Steph would have been Gucci.
Derek Fisher game.
Because everybody thought Derek Fisher was man cool, and then we found out he's a sleazeball. Like, bro, we thought America because he wear the suits. You feel me? The Play Association.
He knew how to play the game.
You have to play that game. I regret that right there. I could have tricked them.
Me too.
I could have got locked up the same way every time. And if I was playing a game, they treat you different.
That's for all you kids out there. Play the game, man.
Gotta play the game.
Play
bro.
the game.
You got
I know I be
guys.
telling my kids at home not to, but I need y'all to play the game. And we talking about the game of life, not that video game all y'all like to play.
Facts.
But this is the greatest podcast ever, Above the Rim with Dwight Howard. We just had my boy Sebastian Telfair, the greatest point guard out of New York City.
Number one in the culture.
Number one in the culture. We got DJ Boogs, the number one DJ from New York. And we got the mass hero all the way from Fortnite. One of the coldest players.
Guess who this player is?
Y'all gotta guess who this player is. If y'all can guess who this player is, y'all get some free Sebastian Telfair from Adidas.
Scully from Adidas.
But this is Moo Real. This is your boy Dwight Howard, Above the Rim, where we hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, and think no evil. We'll see y'all later. Peace and love. Y'all have a good one.